Okay, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I hereby open the combined public sitting of the examination committees for Business Information Systems and Computer Science and Engineering. My name is Onno Boksma. I'm today replacing the Dean of the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science. So welcome to you all, welcome to Eindhoven University of Technology, also special word of welcome to these 7 persons. It's indeed a pleasure to welcome you and the candidates for this graduation event. We are, as a department, proud of the fact that today, again, several students will get the degree of Master of Science. Today, that means in this session and in another session at 5 o'clock. We offer these students a rich variety of high-level courses given by, we think, excellent teachers and a challenging graduation project. These ingredients have prepared all these graduates well for their future career. Candidates, I sincerely hope that you enjoyed our university and our challenging program. Let me build up the tension a bit more and first mention that it is a special week for our university. TU Eindhoven this week celebrates its 60th birthday. There are lots of activities planned in the next 4 days. One highlight is that the students on Saturday, they are building a bridge of beer crates across the river Dommel. When the founding fathers of this university would have heard this, they would undoubtedly have been extremely impressed by the level of sophistication that has been reached in 60 years. And they would probably ask, and so what are the professors doing to even improve upon this? And the answer is that they are in despair jumping from one of the highest buildings of the university. And it's nowadays called Upseilen. So that's another thing you might enjoy to see the next few days. Okay, back to the official program. So the examination committee for Business Information System has assessed the work of the following candidates. Tracy Bowie, Edwin Herbkens, René Slabbekorn, and Ellen de Weert. And the examinations committee for Computer Science and Engineering has assessed the work of the following candidates: Robert Jongling, Michael Steeneker, and Xu Wang. Ladies and gentlemen, candidates, Master of Science, you have all passed your examinations and will therefore soon have conferred your degrees for the Master of Science in Business Information Systems or Computer Science and Engineering. This degree entitles you to use the titles Master of Science and Ingenieur. So each of you will now be addressed individually. And first, Tracy Bowie will be addressed by Dr. Anna Wilbig, and then you'll see the order appear on the screen.
Dear Tracy, today you receive your master thesis diploma. That is reward and closing after a few years of your studies.
Thanks, Anna.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Tracy's thesis was about designing a methodology to select the best practices for process redesign. Not all processes are designed optimally. Some of them can be improved. Tracy was investigating how to do this in a structured way. This can be very important in practice. Dear Tracy, now you will be faced with new challenges. I wish that you will be solving them with the same passion that you showed during your thesis. I wish you will never lose your fire that you demonstrated while defending your solutions. Tracy, good luck, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Anna.
looks familiar.
Yeah, thanks.
So, hi Edwin. Well, after a challenging thesis project during a challenging period in your life, we're here together on this day celebrating the awarding of your master's title, your title as an engineer. And what an adventure you've had. I'm looking back on our first interactions in the classroom where you already stood out, your confident character stood out to me. I remember even back in the bachelor's courses. To your unusually ambitious proposal to not only work full-time, probably some would say more than full-time, on a startup company during your project, but also to define a project for your master's thesis within the scope of your startup, and then to finally actually defining and realizing a successful research project. It's quite a long road you've traveled, a challenging road. So in all of these things, you move forward, you put in the grueling hours of very hard work, and you overcame multiple major hurdles along the way, all the while keeping your positive spirit and confidence. So the problem that you tackled and solved with flying colors, so designing and building really the first mobile-based solution for managing loosely structured mobile application data, required not only making sense of actually a chaos of web standards and available tooling and competing tooling, but also deep creativity and deep technical work. Right? And you not only solved the problem, but you also made direct impact on the future trajectory of the technologies at your own startup. And you even provided the first open source solution for this actually fairly ubiquitous problem for the broader developers community. So it's quite a double accomplishment. So this would have been a significant achievement, even if you did this working full-time as a student. But you managed to pull this off while still also staying on top of your commitments at work. So, Edwin, my deepest heartfelt congratulations on this well-deserved awarding of your degree. So your hard work and excellent results, not only in your thesis project, but actually in all of your master's degree work, are experiences that you can justifiably be proud of. So, best of luck in your startup as it continues to grow, and I'm really looking forward to hearing more about the excellent work I'm sure you'll continue to do there. So, take care and don't be a stranger.
Thank you.
There you go.
Beste Robert, gefeliciteerd. Aangezien dat we met elkaar meestal toch Nederlands spraken, ga ik je ook in het Nederlands aanspreken. We hebben elkaar ontmoet tweetal jaar geleden tijdens mijn mastervak Software Evolution. En Robert was een van de beste studenten van zijn lichting. Dus ik was bijzonder vereerd toen hij gekozen heeft voor een individuele onderzoeksopdracht dat ik mocht begeleiden. En toentertijd ging zijn onderzoeksopdracht over sentiment, over emotie die de softwareontwikkelaars in door hun geschreven documenten leggen. En op zich is een studie van sentimenten niet zodanig nieuw. Het wordt wel vroeger gedaan op basis van kritieken van films en producten. Maar de gedachte zelf dat je dat ook in de wereld van software engineering kunt toepassen, dat was best origineel en dat is eigenlijk de uitdaging dat Robert aangegaan is. En zijn bevinding was langs de ene kant negatief, langs de andere kant indrukwekkend. Alle tools die namelijk tot nu toe beschikbaar zijn om sentiment van teksten te beoordelen, bleken niet geschikt te zijn voor de software engineers. Dat was interessant genoeg om als een wetenschappelijke paper gepubliceerd te worden. En daarna is Robert met zijn afstuderen begonnen. Deze keer aan meer technische kant, in de context van ASML. ASML werkt namelijk met meerdere modellen en meerdere talen. En het probleem is dat die talen continu veranderen. Maar die talen zijn ook afhankelijk van elkaar, dus ze mogen niet zomaar veranderen. We hebben bepaalde verbanden nodig die relaties tussen die talen zichtbaar maken. Dus door naar die verbanden te kijken, heeft Robert niet alleen zo'n mooi plaatje kunnen genereren, maar ook allerlei interessante aanbevelingen kunnen doen, waarmee de ontwikkelaars bij ASML verder kunnen. Zoals het vaak gebeurt, bleek de werkelijkheid enigszins complexer te zijn dan onze verwachtingen. Dus er is nog veel meer mogelijk op dit gebied en we gaan misschien met de volgende generatie studenten je werk verder zetten. Dus ik wil je eigenlijk nogmaals feliciteren voor de mooie prestaties die je geleverd hebt, zowel tijdens je individuele onderzoeksproject als tijdens het afstuderen. En je dagelijkse begeleider, ingenieur Mengering, heeft mij gevraagd om te benadrukken dat je gevatte opmerkingen en je humor al nu gemist worden op het werkvloer. Gefeliciteerd.
So first,
Thank you.
congratulations. So I'm here on behalf of René's supervisors, Bas van Zelst and Boudewijn van Dongen. So they've provided me with a text to congratulate you with. So I'll read it. So let me first apologize on behalf of your supervisors, Bas van Zelst and Boudewijn van Dongen, who couldn't be here due to commitments abroad. So they both congratulate you with your diploma. So many mathematicians and computer scientists think that the problem they're working on is the most complicated problem in the world. So they spend months and months developing theories, proofs, and software to solve one complicated problem before moving to the next complicated problem. So often the problem owner is left with a solution and hundreds of parameters to tune. So this is precisely the situation Bas and Boudewijn encountered while solving their most recent complicated problem. They were using integer linear programming in the context of process mining. In process mining, you try to automatically discover a process model from observed behavior. So for example, a process model of a building permit process can be discovered by analyzing a log of all the building permits applied for in the past. So integer linear programming, ILP, is from a mathematical point of view extremely complex. So many researchers have spent time, years of their lives, or their whole lives, actually, on making software that can solve huge ILP problems. However, Bas and Boudewijn weren't solving huge ILP problems. Instead, they were solving very small ILP problems, by the hundreds per second. And solving many similar smaller problems requires totally different parameters than solving one large problem. So therefore, you spent, René, your master's thesis on a framework for automatic parameter tuning of the ILP solver used in process mining. Basically, your work focused on identifying a set of parameters such that each small ILP problem is solved as quickly as possible. In the end, it proved very difficult to predict the optimal set of parameters for each individual problem, but you showed that we could reduce the processing time of our process mining technique by a factor of 2 with a specific parameter set. So at your defense, you indicated that you were also doing a master's in Tilburg, and that you planned also, furthermore, to set up your own company for online real-time stock trading. So on behalf of Bas and Boudewijn, I wish you all the best in the future, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you. Dank u.
Beste Michael, ingenieur Steeneker, gefeliciteerd. Ook wij hebben elkaar ontmoet tijdens een Mastervak Software Revolution en ook jij hebt destijds een individuele onderzoeksopdracht uitgevoerd onder mijn begeleiding. En daarna was je eigenlijk op zoek naar een grotere uitdaging als afstudeerproject. En zo kwamen we terecht bij Tiobe. Voor diegenen onder jullie die Tiobe niet kennen, Tiobe is een Eindhovens bedrijf die gespecialiseerd is in meting van softwarekwaliteit. Hier zien we een Tiobe Quality Indicator, dus dat is eigenlijk een product van Tiobe waarmee ze de kwaliteit beoordelen. van softwaresystemen. En om eventjes jullie de omvang te geven van hoeveel werk dat het inhoudt. Tiobe meet dagelijks kwaliteit van ongeveer 400 miljoen regels code. Dus Michael moest op een of andere manier zijn weg vinden in die enorme hoeveelheid code en de spijtig genoeg onvermijdelijke fouten die in die regelscode ook zitten. Dus je wou het verband vinden tussen de metingen die Tiobe uitvoert en de fouten. Op het eerste gezicht lijkt het best makkelijk. Dus je hebt een aantal variabelen, een aantal metingen, fouten. Je maakt een van het statistisch model en daarmee opgelost. Niks bleek dus minder waar te zijn. Ten eerste moest je met mensen gaan praten, een survey houden, om per se te weten welke projecten geschikt zouden zijn voor je onderzoek. Dan moest je de data zelf verkrijgen en dat bleek ook niet evident, omdat natuurlijk geen enkele ontwikkelaar denkt aan dergelijke analysen als hij code schrijft. Dus zij denken aan wat zij willen, niet aan wat wij willen. En tenslotte moest je nog statistische modellen maken om de verbanden te ontdekken. Dat allemaal heeft heel erg veel verschillende vaardigheden waar je vereist. En dat is mooi gelukt op alle vlakken. Het was zeker geen makkelijke route, maar wel een uitdagende. En door hard te werken hebben we dat inderdaad tot goede einde kunnen brengen. Tiobe was ook zodanig onder de indruk van Michael zijn prestaties dat ze hem onmiddellijk een baan aangeboden hebben. Dus nogmaals gefeliciteerd. En ook namens Paul Jansen, hier aanwezig, je begeleider van Tiobe.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Dear Xun, dear all, I'm addressing you on behalf of his supervisor, Dr. Piccinski, who is unfortunately not able to be present here. So he has kindly provided me with a small letter, which I will read for you. So I would like to join Mikola in sincere congratulations to your graduation. It wasn't an easy journey for you, but it has a successful ending. So you wanted to work on a challenging problem in a company setting. And the company here was Philips Research. Your assignment was to study the current state of deep learning and to try and reproduce some of the scientific results and to explore the applicability of deep learning in the particular medical application setting. So deep learning is very high, right? So there are promising results in such areas as computer vision, speech recognition, natural language processing, and essentially it's all about combining big data and machine learning. So you feed an enormous amount of big data in a multi-layer neural network, and then some magic happens. And the results are very, very accurate and very, very surprising. So the tricky part is, of course, how do you actually make this magic happen? So actually to understand and to reproduce current results in this hot area turned out to be kind of challenging, despite the fact that several open libraries and data sets with reported performance results are available. It was even harder for you since there is no training offered by this university on this particular topic. And actually you had to master it by doing it during the graduation project. You were a hard-working student, committed to complete the project whatever it takes. However, at some point your supervisors realized that the assignment was too challenging and they had to drop a real use case with a medical application and move on with further experimentation on benchmark problems and to try to learn from that. Someone can tell, be careful with your wishes. They can come true. But this is not the message your supervisors want to give you. He appreciates your desire to work on challenging problems, to put the bar high, and to push your own limits. You certainly learned a lot from your graduation project. Think big, think deep. Best wishes to you in finding an interesting job that would help you to develop further as a young data scientist. Congratulations.
Dear Ellen, I have few words from your supervisor, Oktay Turekten. Dear Ellen, firstly, I'm truly sorry for not being able to make it to this happy event. As you hear these words from my colleague Anna Wilbik, I will be lecturing a course about software requirements engineering that you have also taken last year. Without any doubt, enjoyed it. Ellen, I don't think your master thesis study was the most pleasing experience for you. You had as a student, but I'm sure it was one of the most, if not the most rewarding one. You faced problems with the company you started in, and perhaps with your topic too, which I must admit was a challenging one. Nevertheless, you have shown that you can truly commit yourself and achieve the goals you set once you believe in yourself. You found the power in you. But we should also not forget the power of pizzas. You had with your friends too. You got it. Ellen, I wish you great success in your future career and most importantly, health and happiness in your life. Once again, congratulations.
So after all these nice speeches, we will have one more speech by the chairman of GEWIS, the studievereniging. And I believe that GEWIS plays a very positive role in our department. They are a real home for many students. They collaborate with the staff in a very constructive way. And it has also become a nice tradition that the chairman of GEWIS gives a speech on occasions like this. So I look forward to that. On the other hand, I hate it because the present chairman, Tim Medes, his command of the English language is such that he makes all the professors, and certainly me, look very bad. But anyway, I would like to give him the floor now.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, graduates, family, friends, and other attendees. Thank you at first, Professor Boxman, for introducing myself. I don't have to do it, so that saves me 2 lines. Let's call today an important day. Of course, it's an important day for you guys, an important day for the graduates, but it's also an important day in history. Because today, 16 years ago, the company New Economy went to the stock market, and Maurice de Hond, the founder of this company, earned 65 million euros. This company only started at the end of the 20th century, so that means around 1998. And the goal of this company was based on, and I gotta read this, venture capital philosophy, which involves both attracting and investing capital in other companies. And other than the original American philosophy, New Economy only invested in Dutch companies because they felt like the Americans were already invading us far too much. And while investing, New Economy never invested in 2 of the same companies. No, they always spread their money in different sorts of companies, but by investing in all these different companies, all these companies were able to help each other. And this way, a very strong economic network of prominent internet companies was built. And because of the internet hype, New Economy had no problem in finding investors, and they had no problem in investing in other companies. And after quite some time, this company was renamed, it was sold, but that's not too relevant right now. What is relevant, however, is why I'm telling you this, and probably you're already wondering why am I telling you this. Well, I'm telling you this because I believe that New Economy has shown that mathematics and computer science is in the middle of the world. It's still a very hot topic. As you can see, New Economy invested in all the IT companies. And can we perhaps see ourselves as the middle of this gigantic world that we live in? And now that you have finished your studies, probably some of you will start a new company, as I've already heard by the previous speakers, but maybe you will also work in a company. And this will be an interdisciplinary environment, and it will be a very big network that you will be a chain in, and perhaps you're the middle of this chain. And please start combining your knowledge and the knowledge that the people have around you. And by combining all this knowledge, please achieve the big results that you can achieve with the knowledge that you've learned up here. But also stay in contact with these other fields and share your ideas, and most of all, enjoy all the knowledge that you have and the people around you have. Well, let's conclude. It's a great achievement that you have achieved. And that's something that a few weeks ago I was at a diploma ceremony in Tilburg, and the professor up there, he told me that you can be unashamedly proud of yourself, and I agree. You can be unashamedly proud of yourself. So please be so. And I am, in name of Gewis, the entire study association, very proud of you guys. In the years that you've studied up here, for some of you, Gewis has been some sort of a second home, a place that you felt safe and happy, and please let this remain that for you. Please always feel welcome to come in and enjoy a drink with us. But Gewis cannot be the beautiful association it is without the input of active members that we have, and therefore I'd like to address a former board member that we have up here, and for that I'll switch to Dutch, and I'll excuse myself for the people that will not be able to understand me anymore. Edwin, je voelde hem natuurlijk al een beetje aankomen. Je mag hier even komen staan als je wil. Jazeker, jazeker. Edwin, ik heb even teruggezocht. Je was PR-functionaris van het 29e bestuur. Dit is een tijdje voordat ik er rondliep op de universiteit, dus ik heb wat mensen om jou heen vooral gevraagd om even wat over je te vertellen. Maar misschien kennen we je het beste toch wel via je moeder, want die heeft ooit een stukje geschreven in de Supremum. Ja, dat hebben we teruggevonden. En ik heb gevraagd aan Jeroen van der Ven en die zei, nou, misschien kenmerkt zijn bestuursjaar zich toch wel door een bestuursbesluit wat genomen is dat jij nooit zonder begeleiding het voorraadhok in mocht. Misschien moeten we het straks eens over hebben waar dit nou vandaan kwam. Maar ik denk dat je studietijd zich het beste laat karakteriseren door alle dingen die je naast je studie hebt gedaan. En daar ga ik het zo natuurlijk ook nog wel over hebben. Een van de redenen die ik van Boor hoorde dat het een tijdje heeft geduurd voordat je hier staat, was dat het toch wel lag aan het bachelorvak databases. En ondanks dat je de databases helemaal in de vingers hebt, al dus Boor, bleek dit vak toch een struikelvak te zijn. Maar je hebt het gehaald, je staat hier nu en dat is natuurlijk prachtig. Laten we heel even kijken naar de dingen die je naast je studie hebt gedaan. Gezwem. Gezwem is de commissie, het staat voor Gewis Zeilt Weer een Meter. De zeilcommissie die elk jaar een zeilweekend organiseert. Daar was je web- en bitterballencommissaris. En vooral dat laatste inderdaad. Ik hoorde dat dit heel erg belangrijke taken waren binnen deze commissie. En het was zelden zo goed uitgevoerd als toen. En zeker, ik heb vandaag weer de posters door de Gewisruimte zien komen. En ook de website weer mogen aanschouwen. Ik hoorde dat dat allemaal eigenlijk vanuit jou is gekomen en dat het zonder jou nooit zo geweldig zou zijn. Je bent begonnen in je gewistijd in een eerstejaarscommissie. Daarna heb je logischerwijs als PR-functionaris misschien wel ook in C4 gezeten. Gepareld, lusteren wat wij gehad hebben toen de vereniging 30 jaar bestond. Een jaarboekcommissie. toch ook nog wel leuk om een jaarboek te maken. We zitten in een nieuwe ruimte sinds een jaar of 4, sinds ik ben begonnen met studeren eigenlijk. En deze ruimte is door gebouw, ze heeft een hele belangrijke rol gespeeld in de verhuizing. Dus daarvoor ook dank. Maar niet alleen voor gewis wat je heel belangrijk, ook voor de universiteit denk ik. En dat zien we ook wel in je studentenadviseurschap van 2 jaar wat je gedaan hebt en daarna overgedragen aan SACO. Nou heb ik een favoriet product opgezocht van jou bij gewis. Mensen zeggen altijd, joh, als je zo'n bestuursjaar doet, dan drink je eigenlijk alleen maar bier. Nou, dat is natuurlijk helemaal niet waar. Wij doen daar veel meer dingen omheen. En jij bent eigenlijk het levende bewijs. Jouw favoriete product is namelijk Dr. Pepper. Ja, ik vond het opvallend. En verder hoorde ik van een aantal bakkers. Je hebt wel eens wat schuld opgebouwd, maar je bent wel een van de meest loyale betalers. Want ze vertrouwen gewoon dat je altijd terugbetaalt. Dat vind ik mooi. Ja, we hebben vaak, zeg ik ook, nog iets wat gezegd is door de persoon die zijn diploma krijgt. En Edwin, jij stond vooral altijd bekend als goed gekleed. Ja, mensen vonden je goed gekleed en je valt dus ook op als dat een keer niet zo is. Maar ja, je bent uiteindelijk toch ook een student die in een studentenhuis woont. Laten we eens even kijken, het is juli. En jij komt binnen in een t-shirt, wat blijkbaar bijzonder was tegen die tijd. Toen zei Puk, oh Edwin, wat ben je zomers gekleed? Is dat nieuw? En toen zei hij, nou, eigenlijk is mijn wasmachine gewoon kapot. Ja, dat moet je wel, hè, dat moet je wel. Edwin, laat ik afsluiten en jou heel erg bedanken voor het jaar lang wat je keihard voor ons gewerkt hebt. Daar heb ik 2 dingen voor. Ik heb vanuit de faculteit de verklaring betreffende bestuursactiviteiten.
Hey,
voor jou, alsjeblieft. Ja, daar is hij dan. En dan natuurlijk de wereldberoemde gewisoorkonde om aan te geven dat je bij ons een jaar bestuur hebt gedaan. Heel erg bedankt.
Dank je wel.
En dan laat ik jou ook niet vergeten. Een zeer actief gewislid, dacht ik altijd. Dat bleek ook zo toen ik naar de commissies keek. Maar je bent heel actief. BATA 3 keer. De BATA is de vereniging die de hardloopwedstrijd organiseert, waar wij als studenten altijd aan meedoen. Maar misschien ken ik je toch wel gewoon het beste van altijd de lunchlezingen, waar jij toch wel een standaard persoon was die er zat. En als intro-mama, wat je vele jaren voor ons gedaan hebt, waar ook dank voor deze inzet. So, ladies and gentlemen, to round it off, the only thing left for me is to congratulate you all with this wonderful achievement, and may this only be a flight of your life for the rest of your life, and let yourself be the middle of the network that you can be in. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tim. Ladies and gentlemen, Masters of Science, with reference to the words of the previous speakers, and on behalf of the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science and the Department of Industrial Engineering and Innovation Sciences, I would like to congratulate you on your degree. And I would like to extend the congratulations to your families and friends present. I wish you every success and good fortune in your career. I'm also obliged to say a few rather serious words, because your degree involves not only rights but also duties. And as a holder of this degree, you are committed to standards of scientific integrity, trustworthiness, intellectual honesty, openness, and independence. These standards are described in more detail in the Netherlands Conduct for Scientific Practice and in the Eindhoven Code derived from it. And you also have duties towards society. You must be clear about the boundaries of your own expertise, and you must communicate honestly and independently about the results of your work, including potential risks for society. So you are committed to the ethical codes for research. Serious and formal words, but I think in present day they are at least as true and important as before. Another announcement is that the university likes to keep in touch with its graduates, and that's why we ask you to register in AlumniNet and become a member of one of the alumni associations. More detailed information about this is in a letter you have just received. We've almost come to the end of this session. I'd like to ask you in a minute when the session is closed, to line up here so that the persons over there and me, we can congratulate each of you. And then we'll leave through that door for a photo shoot. The audience, I would like to ask then to leave through that door, and there will be opportunity to congratulate your family members and the person who just got the degree. So that concludes the session. The public sitting of this examination committee is hereby closed. Thank you very much for your attention.